see half of your face. Now you're okay. Good. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to ask first. This is our 24th meeting, and I will invite Tubozar to the stage. But before that, let's all mute. Is everybody muted? Mike, can you mute yourself? And Briano, please mute yourself. Everybody else is muted. Okay, let me tell you about Tuba. This is her third presentation in creative community. Tuba was our Bosphorus University, Tourism and Hotel Management, Anatolia University, Public Relations and Communication, San Diego State University, Certificate Program, Training in American Company, Corporate Work Experience, Certified Practicing Yoga Instructor, Socratic Storyteller, and Motivational Speaker. And I would like to add to that, Creative Community Presenter, Istanbul, 1976. And tonight, our presentation is titled Understanding Hawaiian Prayer. So, Tubaran, let me just give you allow share. So I'm muting myself as well. The stage is yours. You have 20 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Raffi. Hello, dear friends. Tonight, I'm going to take you to an internal journey with an Hawaiian technique. So please enjoy your flight. Let's start. Have you heard of Hooponopono and the Hawaiian therapist who cured an entire ward of criminally insane patients without ever meeting any of them or spending in a moment in the same room? It's not a joke. The therapist was Dr. Ihaleka Hewlett. He reviewed each of the patient's files and then he healed them by healing himself. Yes, friends, it's not a joke. I'm going to repeat this word often in this speech, so please be careful. Whether this is a myth or true, this is an interesting use of forgiveness ritual. Dr. Holland is basically suggesting through working on forgiveness in ourselves, we can encourage the healing of others. This leaves a spiritual question as to influence of our connection with others and whether we believe this potential is possible, which is possible in my point of view. I will talk about that later. What you might wish to understand and how this can possibly work, how can you heal yourself and have it heal others. This is a technique of emotional responsibility for everything, every experience that comes into your life. This experience can come in the form of an action you have taken. It could be something you did in the past or present, or a problem someone shares with you. The amazing results seem like a miracle, but the miracles do happen when you use this method. The secret is there no such thing as out there, because everything happens to you in your mind. Everything you see, everything you hear, every person you meet, you experience in your mind. You are responsible for everything you think and everything that comes to your attention. If you watch the news, everything you hear on the news is your responsibility. That sounds harsh maybe, but it means that you are also able to clear it, clean it, and through forgiveness, change it. Let's talk about what is zero limit regarding this method. What is zero limit? Before I start this, I want to also tell you that this is not something about apologizing to the person who hurt us, although this may be appropriate in some ways, but we can also take it as an apology to ourselves and the child within us, or something greater in our spiritual belief process. Here, you move from victim mindset to creator mindset. This is something important. You move from victim mindset to creator mindset. Okay, what is zero limit? Zero limit. Yes, it's about returning to zero state where nothing exists, but anything is possible. In the zero state, there are no thoughts, no words, no memories, no programs, no beliefs, or anything else. Just nothing. No memories, no identity. Nothing but the dive-in. In our list, we have memories of visiting the zero limit state. But most of the time we have garbage, what we call memories, as you know, this garbage, playing out. At heart, we are all pure, with no programs or memories or even inspirations. That's the zero state. There are zero limits there. But as we live, we catch programs and memories, much like some people catch a cold. We aren't bad when we catch a cold, but we have to do whatever it takes to clean it. Programs are the same. What is zero limit? Sorry, what is Hoponopono? If you are completely, really new to this process, then it may sound very strange to you because of its simplicity and also unbelievable due to the stories associated with. It's very normal. First of all, I wanted to tell you this. And what is Hoponopono? It's a self-help tool that removes toxic, self-limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears from your mind. It does so by replacing those thoughts with feelings of faith, trust, and love. I like this proverb that Dr. Havlon says. You have two ways to live your life, from memory or from inspiration. Memories are old programs replaying. Inspiration is the dive-in giving you a message. You want to come from inspiration. The only way to hear the dive-in and receive inspiration is to clean all memories. The only thing you have to do is clean. When to use the short form of Hoponopono mantra, this is something useful for all of you. I sometimes apply, I shouldn't say sometimes, nowadays too much, I apply. Number one, all the time, just do it walking down the street, clean the day ahead of you. When you find yourself thinking negative thoughts, when you see something that makes you feel bad, sad, doubt, or fear, when you watch the news, whatever, you're also responsible, as I mentioned you before. When you think people around are behaving badly, if someone hits you with random gossip, this is also very common. I apply at number 6, for instance, from my point of view. When you face too much gossip, you can apply this technique. And last one, before you go to sleep. At history, also Mevlana knows this technique. Not this technique, but this is something very common belief. This Hawaiian technique is also another version of this belief. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. The main purpose of this process is to discover the divinity within oneself. The Ho'oponopono is a profound gift that allows one to develop a working relationship with the divinity within and learn to ask that in each moment, our errors in thought, word, action to be clean. The process is essentially about freedom, completely freedom from the past. I like to call it the karma cruncher as well. This is something very useful. That's why I call it the karma cruncher. As you practice this Ho'oponopono, you clear the data in your subconscious, which frees you to hear the path the diamond has waiting for you. The more you clear the lower self of its programming, the more your higher self can guide your way. The more you clean, the more you receive inspiration from the diamond. So here, the only thing you have to clean is what you feel inside, that feeling. So the only goal is freedom to be at zero, at that zero state. That's where you experience problems, and that's where the cleaning needs to be done. Let's start the Ho'oponopono technique steps. First, you start by saying, I'm sorry. It means taking 100% responsibility for what is happening in your life, understanding that you are responsible for your reality. This is the step one. Step two, ask forgiveness. Say, please forgive me. You ask forgiveness of yourself and forgive others. You open to clear what is causing the problem. Step three, gratitude. Say thank you. You allow yourself to be grateful that this problem is in your life because so you have the opportunity to clean up. So you say thank you. Last, step four, say I love you. You recognize that love is the most powerful energy to transform any situation in your life. That's why we say this, I love you. And you accept it. Yes, when you face with something to be clean, any bad energy that you feel, first of all, you should focus on a specific person or situation that has upset you. It can be now or in the past. So the process is to forgive both yourself and others to whom you are connected with the negative energy. Here you are breaking that connection. That's the short way. And number two, start to clean on the feeling. It's not about cleaning on the other person, the thought, the situation, or anything out there, but you just clean the feeling there. at yourself. When you are once aware of that problem, you are the one who has to clean it, saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. That is the way to clean. So you can say them in any order, that doesn't matter. I would like to give you an example from a daily life. I want to ask you these questions, for instance. What would happen if someone approached you with conflict and instead of becoming angry, you responded with the Ho'oponopono mantra? The answer is you might see a completely different outcome, friends. You take the responsibility, and as a mirror, the other person is required to take the same type of responsibility. The prayer demands that there is a state of peace and resolution, even if there is no ability to let go of the situation. So that's very interesting. So maybe you can apply in your daily life if you remember this. Yes, the words are able to develop a state of healing that takes place internally, allowing you to accept what it is and to move into a more powerful state of mind. This way, you can learn to let go and, most importantly, let love back in. A brief reminder about Ho'oponopono here. You are not asking divinity to forgive you or the person or the situation you are faced with. You are learning to forgive yourself with the Ho'oponopono of the divine. And you are cleaning your past, your present, and your future as well. You are letting go and operating from a baggage-free zone. So you come to a state of zero here, with no memories and no identity, pureness. So don't overthink it, just clean. Please try to make it continuously and hurt no one. Take care, friends. Thank you for listening.
Well, thank you for this wonderful presentation. That was the third presentation. And welcome to the new people like Aytul and Melda, Melda's phone, Merve Öztürk, and let me see, Reyhan Uğur. Yes, I was also expecting for Yeşim, who was going to be the facilitator tonight, but she's not here. So we still have a few minutes before we take a break. So I need a volunteer from among our members to be the facilitator. Who would like to be the facilitator? You know what the facilitator does. Any volunteers from the members? I mean, could be Adriana, could be Mike. Well, I will let Mike the rest tonight. Reyhan or Gülenim, perhaps Aytul, perhaps Mustafa, Priyono, or Süreyya. One of you, please volunteer to be the facilitator because Yeşim is not here. Or
it should be.
Yes. Who said that?
I think it should be someone who has not tried it yet. I mean, I have done it lately. Said some of our friends have not done it yet.
That's okay. If you have done it before, you can do it again. But let me. Okay. So Adriana has done it. Mike has done it. Süreyya has done it. Priyona, have you been facilitating before?
Well, I'm not so good, but I try it.
Okay, you want to try it. I will
Yeah.
help you during the second half, but during this half, what you do is we will write our evaluations of Tuba's wonderful presentation,
Yeah.
and we write both. Let me just say, we write both the positive points and the points of improvement, and we send them to Priono, not to Tuba. Priono, and Priono will later send these evaluations to Tuba after the meeting. So who writes the evaluations? It's both the members and the guests. For example, Tuba Özkabakçı is a guest, Melda, I believe, is a guest, and Aytul is our member, but she's coming for the first time. And Serkan, I know him from Toastmasters, but he's a guest. Serkan, just like we do in Toastmasters, we write evaluations. So in the evaluations, write the positive points, but your name will not be seen, so please write the improvement points as well. And through chat, I will give you the possibility to chat. Now, let me open that, the chat. Okay, just a moment. I will open the chat. Yes, now it should be open, everyone publicly, privately. And Priyana, when you get those, you organize them and send them to Tuba. You can send them through chat, or you can send them later through WhatsApp if you want.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So let's take 1 minute, and during writing, let's please mute ourselves. That includes you, Priyana. Please mute ourselves so that we don't have background noise. Let's take about 2 minutes to write the evaluations before we take a break. All right, and this includes, again, the newcomers, Melda, Gülay, Tuba Öztabakçı, Aytul, and Serkan. And Reyhan Hanım, you come often, but also we would like you to write an evaluation. Right, and that includes me, so if we are all muted, I will mute myself too. Let's take 2 minutes. Priyana, can you raise your hand, please? Just a little bit. Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yes. Dear friends, you send your chat messages, the evaluations to Priono, to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Raise your hand again. Yes. Okay. So Priyana, are you getting the evaluations?
Yes, I try to make some notes.
No, don't send them now, huh? You send them later.
Yeah, okay.
But are you getting evaluations?
Yeah.
Are you getting them?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, let's do 1 more minute and then we can take a break.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right, I think this is enough. And if you haven't had the chance to send your evaluation to Priono yet, you can do that during the second half. Now we will take a 5-minute break. What are we going to do in the second session? Well, first of all, let me say this for the new people like Melda, Tuba, Özdabakçı, Aytul, and who else is new? No, nobody else is new. You come back with the same password and meeting ID, and don't be afraid to come back in the second session, because if you don't want to speak, you don't have to. You can only listen if you want to. In the second session, we have a discussion about Tuba's presentation, and we ask her questions or we express our opinions. But if you